Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a bonus page using my December Scrap Backwards kit. And Scrappy Adam's going to be doing a bonus page too. And we're both using our very different kits to scrap the very same photograph. On Christmas morning, I got a wonderful photo of Adam and his roommates and his mom, and it's under here somewhere, and I'll find it in a minute. But I love the photo, wanted to scrap it as, you know, what a happy Christmas surprise. So I, went to him and he had mentioned that he wanted to do a bonus page, and I said, why don't we do a bonus page with that photo? So here we are. As you may recall, this was my main sticker sheet, and I haven't used everything from it. For today's page, I may use this border strip, and I may use this flower, might try to squeeze in that house. I doubt that I will use this, but I have an idea for a tag to use that for. In fact, I'm probably going to take all the Christmas supplies that are here in my kit. I'm probably going to make tags, just kind of use up all the supplies for tags that are there ready to attach to gifts next year. And sometimes I use tags as ornaments on my tree. So I'm not going to toss any of this. I also may try to squeeze in this star. That's the only sticker I have on that sheet. And I'm going to use that ornament and maybe these two labels. Again, I'm probably going to use this for a tag. I might try to use some of the border strips there, but my goal is to pretty much gut these 3 sticker sheets. I'm also going to try to use a little something from each of these 2 packets. This one is tags from Rosie's Studio, and these are chipboards from Cartabella. And I'm gonna use these instead of sequins. And I may put 1 or 2 on camera and then do the rest off camera, because they do have the little backings, and either I have to take those off and glue them, or I have to punch holes. I might use this book, which is Busy Sidewalks from Crepe Paper, and I'm eyeing this Merry Christmas sticker as a title. There's another one here. This one has pink writing on it. This one has gold, and I'm going to have to kind of, after I get everything put together, I'll see which I like the best. I'm going to use rub-ons. I think I'm going to use this string of stockings and the Santa Claus. And this is a brand new rub-on sheet. I used all the rub-ons on a similar sheet, or the same sheet. I had 4 of them. I kind of liked that collection back in the day, and still do actually. But I think this Santa Claus will have a spot. I don't know if it's part of all the ho-ho-hos there, but the ho-ho-hos might have a spot too. And the stockings will, because there are some stockings showing in the photo, and I'll show you in a minute. Other than those supplies, I've got these papers left. I have a couple of, several full 12 by 12s. And those are going to go back into my, let me pull it out and show you for sure. I've got this, which I have not fussy cut that for an embellishment. I don't think I'm going to be able to use that. It may be too big, but I'm going to put it aside so I have it handy. So all these scraps are going to go to my tag making exercise. This sheet of figgy pudding is going to go back in my Christmas stash. So is this pink fresh sheet, and this crepe paper sheet. I had too much for the number of layouts that I managed to do. This sheet, I had 2 of those sheets. I used 1, and then this figgy pudding, also dearly love that, and I really, really, really love this. So I may be doing some more Christmas layouts. So I'll put those away. You may see those papers come to life, but everything else in this baggie is going to be used for, whoops, there's another full sheet of this. I also had some of that. So the rest are just scraps that will be used for tags. And I will tell you now that everything except this one sheet of background paper was in the kit and also were scraps. They were, and I'm using them largely the same size they were when I got ready to do the layout. So the sketch I'm using is Lisa's sketch that I used this way a couple days ago. And I'm going to use it the right way this time because I have a vertical photograph. And my paper layers are going to look a little bit different because I had different sizes of paper. I've got 3 flare out here to use, a couple small scraps, and then I'm just going to start arranging all of these. I have, before starting this video, I have distressed all the edges. I thought I would just have it look a little bit different. This is a basic gray paper called Wander, and I've used this side of it, but I don't think I've used this side, and I love it. I really love it. A lot. A lot, a lot. And I'm going to line it up along that row of dots, and I'm putting it a little towards the bottom of the page rather than center. And some of these things are going to get real close. The main reason is I think some of my stuff's bigger, so it may take up a little more space, and I want to leave room for my corner cluster up there. So I have this piece of paper, which is the reverse of my background paper. I had 2 sheets of that. So I apparently had cut this one for something earlier. So it's going to be my inside sheet. I'm going to put, I'll put that right there. Actually, let's see, which side do you see things on? I'll do that side. So we've got the framed sheet, that wide horizontal sheet here. So I'm going to put that on there. Let me see that is straight. I may need to angle it a little down here. Okay. And then I start, that's all that's going on horizontally. I'm going to start layering things vertically. So I'm going to put this on, and I'm just going to adhere it in the middle because there are some thick layers built up there. Those are pretty thick pieces of paper. I've got the photo here, and it's Adam and Tom and Mick and his mom, his lovely mom, Yvonne. And I was so happy to get this. It was the first time I had seen his mom. And, he talks about her a lot. He goes and takes her out on one day a week. And so it was nice to put a face to Mom. And I also only knew her as Mom, not Yvonne. So I've now got her name. I'm gonna lay this part straight on here. There is a wonky piece there, and I may accomplish that by laying this in kind of wonky right there, and then doing the same or similar, okay, there. And then I don't have as much room here, but I'm going to put it here as if it were, and then I'll put some embellishments right there. In fact, I may just put these pieces of pattern paper there. So, and like I said, I'm just using scraps. I'm trying to accomplish the design by using scraps that I already had. And then I'm turning that upside down. I have 3 distressed sides and 1 non-distressed side. So I need to put the distressed side so that it's showing. Get that under there, like, come on, where should that go? I think this is good enough. And then let me get this on there. Again, distressed sides. I've got this side already distressed, so let's see. I love that argyle paper, and I didn't have very much of it to begin with. I think it came from a 6x6 pad. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to put an embellishment there because I prefer the argyle up next to the pink more so than this covering up the red. Okay, let me get this back out. Kind of a I'd like for that to look like it's a single sheet of paper, and it's not doing that for me at the moment. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to put it up here under the photo mat and let it bridge several colors of paper. And yes, I know that now it doesn't cover up that area, but I can put a poinsettia there. That looks like a good place for a poinsettia, right? So there, and it actually, the size of it makes it come out right even with the pink, which isn't necessarily what I wanted, but it'll be okay. I can figure it out. And I'm going to put this kind of right down here. And the reason I have used all the papers is that in each paper there's a color that is repeated someplace else. like in this stripe and this stripe, you see this blue. Otherwise, you wouldn't think that blue had any business on this page. And it might not. So, you know what? If I fussy cut that out, those stockings could hang there. But let me go back to my sticker sheets and all these things I'm intending to use. I've got this guy, and I can maybe even put that under there. I'm not liking this, adding this maroon color right here over this red. So I may do this guy more up here. So yes, I know I still have my gaping hole. There is a poinsettia here, the Rosie Studio, and it's a tag, but I can hide the tag part and put it there. And yes, those are different reds, and so that's bothering me a little bit. And I know that I'm usually not that picky, but I kind of want to do a good job. Okay, so I've taken this off, and it's not going back on. That sticker sheet is done. It's dead to me. Let's see if that. Don't want to cover Adam's little head. How about, I don't like it there, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to put it right there. Let me go to this book, and I've got some large, there's a group of poinsettias. These are clear stickers. So what I'm going to do is put them on white cardstock and fussy cut them out. And I may want to group several. Do that. This just makes the color, makes them look more, it retains their color integrity even when you layer them over other colors. Okay, so I'm going to use those, maybe not necessarily right here, because I spy this ornament that looks like it might be perfect right here. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, I will still use those poinsettias somewhere because I've pulled them. But this works right there to cover up where that sheet of paper would come down. Now, what I think might work is layering these poinsettias, and I'll try one. I won't make you watch me fussy cut them out. I hate, unless I'm in a class and there's an expectation that people are scrapping along. I don't necessarily always appreciate if I'm scrapping along, and I do sometimes to videos, then I don't mind it. And I know a lot of you have told me that you scrap along to me because I go so slow and I don't edit and speed things up. But still, it has to be a little bit like watching paint dry if you're just watching the video. And I actually, a while back, my husband suggested that I do, that I put out an unedited version and an edited version of each video. I thought about that. That's okay, but it doesn't, it's not thrilling. Let me just kind of place that under. I think that would give it a nice kind of a background transition there. And I've got these label taggy sorts of things. I guess they're tags. I thought I could probably, let's see, this one can go down here because that way the ribbon shows. And this one can go up here because then we have a blue snowflake there. And I thought a red flare might be cute in conjunction with that. It just kind of brings a lot of different colors to the area. This also could kind of be used. I have this large flare that I also want to use, and I was thinking of using it right here, covering up Scrappy Adam's jacket, which doesn't match my color scheme at all, Adam. Shame on you. Here. And then this could maybe go right there. Okay, and that's up a layer, so it gives it a little bit of dimension. Okay, now I've still got this big old gigantic star. Let's go over here and see if we could make it work. Maybe right there. Ooh, well, I kind of like that. I want it at an angle because it's not all going to be showing. Oh, okay, there. And I'm just going to put, because I want those points to kind of stick up. Now, where did I have that? I had it right there. I'm trying to get it so that in the point you don't see some juncture of papers, but I've got so many papers juncturing with that, I'm sure that's a word, that I think it's going to show anyway. Okay, so that's there. Did I have it higher? Maybe like that. Yeah, I like that better because it's, I want this to not be at the exact same height as that. So, given that, I've got another spot that I could maybe squeeze in a poinsettia. And this one has the little taggy thing. I'm going to cut it off. It's kind of easy to cut it off, this one, and still leave a white border. So I'm going to do this. And why I'm putting it here is just to kind of add some interest as it kind of sweeps off in that area. I'm not going to use any more of those. What I thought I might squeeze in is this red border, and I thought I might use it over here. And I'm going to put a little bit more adhesive on it because it has been stuck and unstuck onto that sticker sheet. And there's a fair amount of a kind of a green print on there. I'll make sure I've got that straight, make sure I have all that hidden. And I have this border strip, which I thought maybe I could use, I don't know, midway, like kind of right under there. It introduces that maroon brownish kind of color. So there is a good cutting off point. And again, I'm going to add a little adhesive. I might have been a little too exuberant with that adhesive. So I'm going to put that there and get it where that meets the end. And that all, the blue flowers in there also kind of really look nice with that background there. Okay, so now I'm going to go also under the green paper and extend it out over here. And I'm just going to cut it off at the end of the sheet, like so. And I think that's at the same level. I still have this little bit, and it seems like I could fit that in somewhere. Maybe right up here. Just a little tiny bit peeking out, maybe, to give that pink sheet a little bit of a ruffled look on the edge. And then maybe to kind of draw your eye to it, I might distress that a little bit so a little more of it shows in one area. Okay, now I still haven't decided on the title. I'm going to go with the gold just because it's different, and I need to put it someplace that I can write underneath it, because the title's going to be Merry Christmas from Across the Pond, and I'm going to handwrite from across the pond. So maybe here, and then I can write it on the blue. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to put it on here and fussy cut it. More fussy cutting. And I kind of did a fair amount of pre-work on this, but it was all distressing the edges with my scissors. And I didn't really think through much of the design. I did kind of say, okay, I need a couple vertical pieces and I need a couple horizontal pieces, and their sizes. I did cut the red down so that it would fit inside the blue, so at least that much measuring was done. And as you know, I don't do a lot of measuring. Okay, so let me put this on a piece of foam tape. Get that going right there, and I'm going to write from across the pond. And then I'm going to say Adam, Yvonne, Mick, and Tom surprised me Christmas morn. Okay, let's see. I wanted to use Santa Claus. I wanted to use I'm going to use this piece sticker, but just for color. Kind of maybe right here. I'm going to use the part that has the holly on it. Make sure that's on there straight. I think that's good. I wanted to use something. I'm committed to using something from every one of these. I'm going to go with these mittens. I was going to do stockings, rub-ons, but I may change it to a different rub-on. These chipboards off this particular sheet are so hard to extract, and they leave a little bump on them, and that kind of surprised me. Okay, and I still have my stuff to use up here. I can't forget that. So I could use a little embellishment cluster here, and I'm going to use one of these, another one of these poinsettias, more fussy cutting, but these go pretty quickly. I suppose I need to be sure that if I'm doing it and taking up your time, it might be good if you could see it so that there's actually some, you know, just really mind-riveting, terribly entertaining action going on the screen, right? I'm sure that's what you're seeing. Okay, so let me get back over here and do this one. Here, and this one maybe just a smaller bit of foam tape, as I will angle it off that way. Okay, and then this guy may be kind of peeking out from under there, but with some foam tape to bring it up to the level of the mittens. Okay, now I'm going to put these two pieces on, just kind of slap them on, and then I'm going to do a very, don't want to do it that way. but I'm stuck now. Okay, I wanted the green one to be on top because when I put the stripe, I don't want it to be up next to the other stripe. But it's going to be anyway, so we'll just have to deal with that. I'll have to... Then I guess what I could do is put this on the green side as well and just angle it, maybe put it on some foam. Here we go. Put that on at and I put the tape. Well, that's it. It just has to go on like this. And what I'll do, more fussy cutting, is put, I want that one. I'm just going to take this guy and I'll put it around under, somehow breaking up the stripe of the flare from the stripe of the paper. We'll see how well that works. And then there's another little sticker in there of a pine cone with some, like a pine bough with a cone on it. And it's really cute. Okay, so now, where did all of this is adjusting things so that my flare will work. So I could do that, and this could kind of be under, or I could do it over. Let me just put the flare on and see where this wants to go. I like it like that, but I'm going to put some foam. Let's see. I'll put the foam out here. And then just kind of there we go. And I do like the idea of that pine bough. Here we go. And it can go like that. Okay, that makes a cute little arrangement there. Now, let's see if I can get away with a stocking rub-on, because you can see the stockings going up the staircase in the photo, and I love that. And what if I put those kind of at an angle across there just on the background? And you know what? I'm going to do it. Let me get that out. It's not exactly fussy cutting. And I hate that Santa didn't make it on there, so I'm going to have to put him on a tag. And the ho, ho, ho didn't, but I haven't given up on maybe being able to fit that in. Aren't those just the happiest, most wonderful faces to see on a Christmas morning? Okay, so how about if we did it like, because these are kind of a little bit hidden, maybe I could do it up like this in this corner, and then some would be partially hidden, but you'd see that they were stockings. Okay. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this here, and I will do the rubbing later. But you'll be able to see kind of what it looks like. Now, I tell you what, maybe Santa might work right there, don't you think? And you know, that ho 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 is kind of right there associated with the Santa and kind of going around him. But I want that. That's just too much, I think. Maybe not. I can do this and cut like this line of ho-ho-hos, because the rest would go off the page. And let me separate that from the backing and get that on, and I will glue that down, or I'll rub that down. This is embarrassing that I can't get that separated. Okay, now here we go. How about if I do it like that? Okay. More is more, you say? Let's see. I think that's all I can get on there. Let me see if there's anything in this sticker book that really wants to go on there. I've got this sweater. I call it sweater. Adam would call it a jumper, a Christmas jumper that might be nice in this little cluster here. And there is a house that's kind of a quaint little house, not unlike the beautiful home that he and Mick and Tom share. And I can't get it quite under here, so I'm pulling it, and I don't want it to kind of be out off on its own. I want it tucked in as part of that cluster, so I may be able to see better in this light. That is just not cooperating, but I think I can coax it there, but I want it over that. So let's see if we can do this is funny, or maybe not so funny. I'm determined. And I'll pull this up over, and we've got it. Okay, so that's on there, and I used it clear because it doesn't really need to stand out too much. I've got another Christmas jumper that can go maybe here by the mittens. Jumpers and mittens kind of go together. Do I want it pointing that way or the other way? Let's go the other way. And so therefore, let's put it on the lower. And I'm gonna stop the video in a minute, and off camera, I'm gonna rub those rub-ons on, and I'm going to add these little guys just kind of around there. Okay, I'm done. And Adam, Tom, and Mick, and Yvonne, thank you so much for a wonderful Christmas morning surprise. And thanks to all of you for watching. And thanks for following my adventures with this kit. I love these fancy pants rub-ons, and I absolutely love all the basic gray in there, kind of mixed in with modern stuff. I have another border strip that I had thought I might want to use. I'm gonna go ahead and tear it off to see if there's any reason for its existence on this page. Maybe kind of right there, just under, not going all the way to the end of the page like the other one, but maybe just ending right here under that, the blue paper. Come on, and it works nicely if it looks like a scalloped trim under the blue paper. Okay, there. And then it seems like I could maybe use some right here, just a little bit. And I'll use the rest of that on a tag. Okay, just a little tiny accent at those opposite corners. So I'm happy with the page, and I hope Adam is. I hope I did his photo proud, because this was a treasured moment in my Christmas holidays. It was so sweet of them to take the time to do that, and it was very much appreciated by the old lady across the sea. So thank you for watching, and I hope you're enjoying getting back into real life after the holidays, and I hope you're safe and well, because so many are not out there, and I really feel for them. And the state of Florida, which we just returned from, is really suffering badly, and so I really, my heart goes out to them. So thank you for watching, and bye.